Welcome to Mindful Movement. I have no plan this morning except to loosen up what might be sore if you've been participating in the daily workouts, which if you have, it would be probably the abs and the legs. I'm sure those are really feeling it right now. I know mine are. Actually, just start with some breathing. Lay back, 10-second inhale, 10-second exhale. Feel your place in space. Feel gravity pulling down your knuckles and your elbows. Feel gravity on your heels. Feel it on your spine. Think about your rib cage opening and closing, the chest rising and falling. The position of your head and how it affects your trachea and if you're getting ample oxygen. As we inhale for 10 seconds and exhale for 10 seconds, let's just move a little bit, sway side to side and play with what your body can do. Drop your foot over the opposite side of your body and just let gravity pull it down. Might pop your spine a little with this one. Hopefully it feels good. You can bend your knee if you want to. It affects different parts of your leg and your back, depending on if your knee is bent or straight. Now we're going to bring it over and pull the knee in all the way and bring it back to the center. Bring it over to the other side, raise the foot up. And play with how that feels. And now we're going to take one heel and press up onto one shoulder. And reach. Let me scoot up a little bit. I don't have enough reaching space. And now bring the knees in, raise the tailbone. Place your feet on the floor, balls of the feet only. And let's press the hips up. And bring in your feet again. And push up. All right. Now we're going to place the ankle above the knee, and we're going to pull our legs in and press the hips out. Nice deep breaths. Try to fight your muscles that are pushing against you. You want to consciously relax certain muscles while pulling with others. And let's switch legs. Take your time with these movements and don't rush them. The point is to explore your body and its capabilities. There are endless movement possibilities out there. Try to relax those glutes. Relax the hip flexor right here. All right, now we're going to scoot up, get your shoulders to about mid-mat, and scoot to one side, putting one shoulder in about the center. And we are going to sit up in a figure 4 position. The right leg bent, left leg extended over the right leg. And you're going to roll back towards this shoulder, starting on this hip, come down to this shoulder, and you can go faster if you need some momentum, but I want you to try to control it as much as possible. And come up. A little bit of a roll there. Now we're going to place the other shoulder down. Curve the spine. And come up. Now we're going to go switch legs again. Figure 4 position. Left leg extended, right leg bent underneath the left leg. And go from this hip and go across the back. Make a diagonal line from your hip to your shoulder. So we're gonna rotate this hand as we come down and place the right shoulder on the floor. And also you're going to tuck your chin towards your other shoulder. And we're gonna take this motion from this shoulder to this hip. And come up in figure 4 position. Now we're going to switch and go back over the left shoulder again. We'll switch and do the other side soon. So starting on the hip, roll back across the spine. And come up. And place your shoulder down. Oop, kind of came off my mat a little bit. All right, now we'll roll backwards over the right shoulder. We've been rolling over the left. So start in figure 4 position. Right leg extended, left leg bent underneath the right leg. Tuck your chin over or under the right shoulder, or the left shoulder, my bad. Tuck your chin under the left shoulder, extend the left arm. Oh wait, I'm confusing myself. Now we'll go to the other side. Take that hand, bend, and rotate it. Take your shoulder. And switch sides again. So we're gonna go from this hip, oh wait, we're doing this shoulder. Across the spine. And let's do it again. Nice and slow. We want to be able to understand the movements we're doing instead of just doing them. All right. And now we're going from this position. Turn your hand, turn your fingers outwards. We're going to start in a crab walk position or a tabletop. And rotate. Bring your leg over into the center. And we're going to take our leg, bring it over, and get back in the tabletop. All right, and walk. So from tabletop position, you're going to step back and you're going to lift yourself from your heel and your palm. Bring your leg through. Step out across the mat. Step up with the other leg. Take your hips through and into tabletop position. Now press from your right heel. Lift up your body. Bring your foot through and step up with the other foot. Feed it through and come back. Now from this position, we're going to take one leg, raise it, and let gravity pull it down over the opposite side of your body. Press with your shoulders into the mat. All right, now we're going to walk back into a crouched position. Take a deep breath and switch to your heels. Straighten your legs and come up. Bend down. Push your hips forward onto the balls of your feet. And then keep pushing with control and bring your knees to the mat. And place your hands on your heels and press your hips out. And come back down. Shift your weight back into a crouched position. And we're going to come back to our heels, raise our hips, and straighten out. Now back down. So flat feet, bend the knees as much as you can. Squatting, and come into a crouched position. Now, drop those knees nice and slow while tilting the shoulders back for balance. Hands on the heels, press out. And we're just going to play with this motion a little bit. If it's difficult for you, that is good. That means we're opening up new possibilities and ranges of motion for you. Notice how you can fluidly come from this position just by shifting the hips back and then bending the knees and shifting them forwards. And as a one fluid movement, this is what it should look like. Fluidity, balance, flexibility. All right. Now, we're going to start in this position. One leg crossed in front. One leg sticking out in back. And here's what we're gonna do. Let me turn this way so I can show you the full motion. Come up flat onto your feet and drop your knees down again. You can decide how far apart you want your feet for this. It's different for everybody. For even more of a challenge, place your arms behind your back. But try to keep those feet in one spot. Not easy. Whoa. All right. So, from this position, we're gonna hop up, come onto our knees, walk the knees to the back of the mat, and spread them out and just hold this position. Drop to your elbows and spread your legs as far as possible. This is a frog position. A nice deep groin stretch. Now you're going to squeeze with your knees. Hold for 10 seconds. And now let's inch those legs out a little bit. Shift your hips forwards. Shift your hips backwards. And then just keep playing with that. All right. Now we're going to put the balls of our feet on the floor and walk up into a crouched position. Bring our feet together. And breathe for a second. Try and get your balance with your chest up. And arms relaxed at your sides. Drop down to the floor again. Place one foot out to the side. Scoot your knee out. Elbows on the floor. And spread out as far as possible. Shift those hips back. Let the heel rotate if it wants to. And try to bring your butt to the floor. Feel everything out. If there's a twinge somewhere, stretch it out. I have one in my hip flexor a little bit from here. So that's what I'm pushing on. Learn your body. Everybody's is different. Some of you watching may be better at this than me. Some of you maybe just struggling to hold the position. Shoulders back and knees up. Ooh, almost lost my balance. Breathe, relax, and let's put the other leg out. Use the line of the mat to line up your knee and your heel. Get them parallel. You can use the back line too. And shift your hips forwards. And back. Feel free to rotate the foot, the extended foot. Oh. All right, let's bring those knees in together. Press up into a crouch. Take your elbows between your knees and push them out. You can put your hands on the floor and walk them across the ground to push them out as well. Now with our chest up, arms at our sides, we're going to press up into a standing position and come down. Think about your center. Hips above the feet, shoulders above the hips, head above the shoulders. All right. Now we are going to take a lunge position, place a hand on the floor, and try to grab our leg in the back and pull. If you want, you can raise your chest for an even deeper stretch. Now we're going to switch. Feel the hip flexor in the quad. This is really good for your knee. Last exercise is this one. All right. Thank you, everybody. Please subscribe to my Patreon. It would do me a huge favor in helping me continue to provide free workouts for everybody. So I'd appreciate that. Thank you for joining me. Move creatively, move consistently. Have a good day.